Hello. I thought I'd show you a really cool app. It's a free app. It's called ClaroPDF. It's the white icon in the bottom right hand corner there. This app is great because it allows you to take a photo of something. Perhaps you've given out a graphic organizer and there's a student or two that's reluctant to write and think they'd be benefited from using voice to text. You can take a photo of the document and then overlay text, among other things, onto it. So I'm going to open up the app, ClaroPDF, and I'm going to click on the top left-hand corner of that folder, and I'm going to choose photo to PDF. So I'm basically going to take a photo and create a PDF from it. I could use my camera, like just take a picture of the page, or I can go into my camera roll and find a photo of something. So in this particular case, I'm going to select this story organizer. I'm going to just choose the name organizer. And what it's going to do is it's going to save this file as a PDF here. So what we want to do is we want to be able to change it by adding text boxes, among other things. So there are some great things that this offers. For one, we can draw marker. Okay. There's a highlighter. So for example, if you were giving your students a note, take a picture and then be able to highlight maybe your 3 main points or something like that. You can of course change the color of the highlighter in here so that's a different color if you like, whatever. There's an eraser if you wanted to get rid of things. Okay. You can add a picture. So for example, if I wanted to include an image of the setting in this graphic organizer, I could choose the photo and either take a photo of something and drop it in there, or I could choose something from my camera roll in the photo library. Okay. Something that I think might be pretty effective is if you said to a student, okay, I just want you to highlight, sorry, I want you to only work on the things that have a red arrow beside them today. So for example, let's say we're just doing those two. Okay, so there's arrow options as well up by just dragging your finger across once you've selected that. I'm going to hit the undo button. So I said to the student, okay, just do the things that have a red arrow beside them, and they would just do those 2 sections. The last two, my favorite 2 features, if I choose that one that I just selected, blue there, the T, it allows me to drop a text box wherever I click. From here I can change the style of text, size of text, and whether it's centered, to the right, to the left, as well as I can change the color of the text. And that might be helpful if it's a darker color of page or a lighter color. I might want white text instead of dark. Okay. I think the most beneficial piece to this is that I can use speech to text here. So I'm going to click on the mic. When I select the mic, comma, I can record within this text box, period. From here, obviously, I'm going to double tap and I'm going to just get rid of the mistakes, change things if I notice. Okay, and I'll microphone. Okay, so now I'm going to zoom back out. Okay, and I'm going to change the size of this text box I want it to fit. If you needed to, from here you could click on edit, change the size of the text so that it fit better. I can also have this spoken to me by clicking on the speak this, or I could, although you're not going to hear it because I have my volume turned down. Okay, so this is great for that. The last piece, and I think this is really cool, is you can also, I just highlighted it, you can also add notes. So for example, I maybe wanted to give like a little bit of information about what I need to include in characters. So I can click beside characters and you'll see a little yellow note pop up. I can record inside there what I want them to do there. So for example, I could say, tell me about the different characters in the story, period. And you could just train them to know that once they get there, they're going to click on the little yellow box beside the heading, and you could actually have them select it all and hit speak if you wanted to. Okay? The other option that's really cool is you could give them like overall information. So for example, maybe you didn't want to give them information about characters, but you wanted to give them information about the text itself or some instructions. Maybe you want to click in the corner and write like, please have 2 friends look over your graphic organizer before handing this in. Period. Thank you! Exclamation point. So there you go. So the last step, I guess, is the trickiest part, which is like, okay, now what do I do with this? My first, I guess, suggestion would be first you must save it, because right now this file is blank. It's not like there's no autosave here. So I'm going to click Save As, and I'm going to resave it as Organizer, and it's just going to replace the old one, and that's good because I want this with text on it. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to suggest that it's airdropped, or you can add it to notes. And you could airdrop it, you could send it to Google Drive if you wanted to. Okay, there's all these options. Copy to Drive. If you add to notes, there's lots of things you can do in there too, which is pretty cool. You would just hit save and it would drop it right into your note file. Okay, and if you're not sure what that looks like, it's the iOS app notes. It's right here, and that's it. Okay. So yeah. Anyway, that's it. The steps, I guess: take a photo of something, add things to it like text, arrows, highlight, save it, and then either airdrop it to your phone or your iPad. Have them save it in Google Drive, or have them save it to notes, and then you can share it that way. The nice thing about having it in notes as well is that you can include collaborators. So you can hit this little person with the plus button, and you could actually add collaborators in here as well. Okay, good luck with that.